Well, I've got a few guests here today. I've got Max, I've got Anna, I've got Bill, all part of the wonderful production of Unnecessary Farce, which is happening at the Beckwith Theatre in Dowagiac, and it's coming up here very soon. How you guys doing?
Great, Johnny. Good to
Well,
see
thank
you.
you.
Excited to talk with you guys about this show. First off, the Beckwith Theatre, one of my favorite places, not only to perform but just to also go see plays. Max, tell me a little bit about this show. Is you've been doing stuff at the Beckwith for many years? Is this your first play that you've directed?
Yeah, I guess we'd say the first conventional play that I've directed. Actually, I'm collaborating with a good friend of mine, another longtime Beckwith veteran, Jeff Gunn. And when the spot opened up on the schedule, I think we both looked at each other and neither one of us wanted to take the full responsibility of doing it all ourselves.
Sure.
So we looked at each other and said, oh, if you do this, I'll do this. And we're here. So, but yeah, it's the first time I've done it. I've enjoyed it. And of course, you fortunate to put together a cast of which Anna and Bill are a part of. That certainly makes it easier. But no, it's been a great experience and something I've truly enjoyed.
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
great.
It takes two people to direct this show because you got to remember, who's coming in and out of which door, and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, you definitely need more than a couple set of eyes to be able to see a lot of that different stuff and make sure, because with any comedy, especially when you got a farce like this, you got to have that comedic timing and just door opening timing is
exactly
as well.
Who's in their underwear? Who's
exactly not? No, you're not supposed to open that door just now or put your pants back on. That's great. Tell me a little bit more about this show. This is something that obviously it's called Unnecessary Farce, so it's going to be that slapstick fun comedy. What's it all about? What's the story for this show?
Billy?
Well, it actually has an interesting plot. I think as crazy as farce can get, and like you said, I mean, people running around, going nuts, but it actually has an interesting plot. Couple of rookie cops who are on a stakeout, and it's two adjoining hotel rooms. So the set is very simple, and they look very much alike. And these cops have a video recorder set up in their room with a camera in the other room, and they're setting up a sting operation. And then it just goes nuts from there because crazy killers show up and it just gets wound up more and more like any good farce does.
That's awesome. So it opens Friday, August 19th, and then runs Friday the 19th, and then Saturday the 20th. Then you got another weekend, the 26th and the 27th. 7:30 performance for those Fridays and Saturdays, and then you've also got Sunday performances the 21st and 28th at 2:00. Bill, tell me a little bit more about your character. Are you one of the cops or the killers?
Very good question for my character.
Okay.
He's actually playing both sides of the law. He's the mayor's head of security.
Okay.
But he's also working with the Scottish clan, who are the folks who run Clan with a C. He's very, he carefully emphasizes it's Clan with a C. So he's working for the Scottish clan who are sort of running the town from behind the scenes. And specifically, he works for the very, very scary Scottish hitman who dresses in full Scottish regalia before he kills you.
Wow.
So but he likes to think of himself as a very courageous G-man, but he's actually a total coward. So, and he's playing all kinds of sides of things.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I don't want to give out too much of the story, but Anna, tell me a little bit more about your role in this play. Is this your first play at the Beckwith?
This is my first play at the Beckwith, yes. And I'd read this play before, and the character that I play, Officer Billy Dwyer, that character is what got me to drive out to Dowagiac, which is a half hour from where I live, to do this show, because I just found this character so endearing and funny. She's one of the cops. She's a rookie cop who's very, very excited about the assignment that she has, but maybe not the most prepared for the assignment. But she's just very willing and ready to embrace her full role as a cop.
That's awesome.
She's got donuts.
She's ready.
She's got donuts. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what stood out so much? I mean, Anna, did you connect to the character because is your personality similar to that character, or just this sounds like something I would love to play and have a lot of fun with?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like there's some similarities to our characters. I'm probably more intentionally goofy than Billy is more unintentionally goofy. But that's definitely one of the things that, like, reading through the script, I'm like, oh man, this just sounds so fun to get to be definitely like a little bit very, very physical comedy sometimes, and just play a character that I hope is going to make a lot of people laugh. We'll see. So, yeah.
Johnny, Anna was actually, and help me out with this, Anna, you were part of a Zoom group that put this on during the darker days of COVID, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we didn't like publicize any of our things, but we were a group that got together about once a week and just would read plays and things just to have something to do while we were all at home. So.
And you read the part of Billy, if I'm not mistaken,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Johnny, I guess, and here's the thing, this is obviously not only professional theater, but a big thing with community theater, we're having auditions. And several people on this particular day show up for those particular parts,
Sure.
most of whom we know, and in walks Anna, who knows no one there. We've never seen her before. And look, we've all been there, right? We've done the cold audition or whatever, and as frightening an experience as that can be, and she read well. And a couple of days later, when I called, I said, how did you, what brought you to the Beckwith? And she told us about this experience. And I said, my God, if you got the chops just to make that drive and walk in cold and do that, I mean, like, hey, part's yours. And she's come through in flying colors ever since. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of community theater, is that different communities, people will travel if it's a great play or a great thing to do, and also it's sometimes one where some actors will just say, I just really enjoy that space,
Yes.
and that's the great part about the different community theaters we have in the community, is that it's all different. You get to meet new people and have a lot of fun while doing it, and it's just been great. Bill, this has been how many plays have you done there now?
wow, probably half a dozen at least. Max is the one who introduced me to the Beckwith. Most of the stuff I do has been down in South Bend.
Yeah.
But Max did a show down in South Bend, and just enjoyed working with him. And so then I came up and did Glengarry Glen Ross a few years ago, and then I just really enjoyed the people at the Beckwith, and so I've been coming back ever since. Max and I have actually been talking about doing Unnecessary Farce for some years. I did it 9 years ago down in South Bend, and just loved it. I'm playing the same role. I just love the role. I love the show, and so we've been talking about trying to get it up at the Beckwith for a while now, and so it's wonderful to see it
That's
coming
awesome.
through.
And so, Max, did you ended up kind of picking this and kind of pushing this towards the, I guess, the top of the pile in the play reading committee?
We exactly. We kind of a couple of years ago, and again, everything kind of had to take a little bit of a backseat when we had this hiatus due to the COVID. But we started. I bought a couple of scripts, had people read them, and so forth, and said, "Hey, what do you think?" And next thing you know, it was like I'm happened to be also on the board here at the Beckwith, and I show up to a meeting, and next thing you know, there's a thing on the agenda that says discussion for future plays, and it's got Unnecessary Farce with my name next to it. So I guess we're doing it, and I went from there. I should also point out, Johnny, because you have a lot of listeners that come from that Twin City area over there. Anna has had experience in Twin Cities, and we have two other Twin City performers that are a part of the cast. Bill mentioned the Irish Hitman, and that's Andrew Glisson, who is currently, as you know, the president of the board over at Twin Cities. And then Billy's partner, Eric, is who the other cop that she's on the sting assignment with is Michael Bond, who has been in several productions in the last couple of years at the Beckwith. And, then we've got Jack and Peg Gannon that are more known for their work at the Beckwith. And then we've also got Catherine Hine that lives in Mishawaka and has done things around the area, not only the Beckwith, Twin Cities, South Bend Civic and so forth. So we've kind of broadened this one out a little bit here. And it's, as you said, it's good to get people to come together for a place such as this. It's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And I look forward to seeing Andrew in a kilt. I mean, once I already have my tickets ready. This is something that's really great. Looking forward to it. Again, how can we get more information about the play, and how can we get tickets? Because that's the most important part, is to support all the great work that you guys are doing in these community theaters. So Max, how do we get tickets for this?
There's a Facebook page you can go to. There is a website, beckwiththeatre.org, theater being THEATRE.org. And then the phone number is area code 269-782-7653. Those last four numbers also spell out the word roll, ROLE, if that's easier. You can make a call. You can leave a message. You can basically say what nights you want to be there. And then you can just come and pick up your tickets, pay for them at the window that evening. Should also mention that on both Friday nights, so Friday night, this opening night, we're having a wine tasting. Okay. This week's guest vineyard is Hickory Creek out of Buchanan. The second weekend, now on Friday nights, we do a craft beer tasting, and that'll be the Strand Restaurant from Sister Lakes Bar and Restaurant. Nice. So that gives it's not a freebie, but there's a small fee that goes with that.
Sure.
The plays on Friday and Saturdays, you said, start at 7:30. We open the doors at 7.
Yep.
So from 7 to 7:30, people can enjoy the beverages. So.
And
wonderful.
Wine and beer go really well with farce. So.
With this one,
I was gonna say,
go really well with this one. Yeah.
Get there early, grab a couple. Why not?
That's right. Knock a couple back. Exactly.
And I'll say, if you've never been to the Beckwith, you will definitely enjoy it. I've always had a great time seeing shows and doing performances there as well. So it's going to be one that you will definitely love. So definitely worth the trip. Just like Anna's been making the trip every single night for rehearsals, and Bill as well, and everybody else that's been coming in. You're going to definitely enjoy it. So definitely get your tickets. But Max, Bill, and Anna, thank you so much for taking some time to chat with me about it.
Johnny, thank you. Hope to see you again on stage one day there, Johnny.
I think that'll happen very soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.